Every year features hundreds of games, and while several stand out, elevating the medium to new heights, others fail miserably and make us question how they came to be. However, there are also the other games, the ones which range from good to slightly better than expected. Ignoring their flaws is impossible, but they may resonate with you. Check out 15 such examples of single-player titles from 2024, warts and all. Slitterhead. A bizarre mix of action and body horror from Keiichiro Toyama, the creator of Silent Hill, Siren, and Gravity Rush, Slitterhead practically screams, not for everyone. As Hyoki, an amnesiac spirit who must slay the Slitterheads, you can take over the bodies of different NPCs and leverage their powers. Combat can be enjoyable, but technical issues, jank, and repetition blemish the experience. It's an acquired taste though, and some may enjoy the body-hopping focused gameplay while basking in the sheer weirdness of it all. Auden Chronicles 100 Heroes. Auden Chronicle 100 Heroes is fine, channeling the spirit of Suikoden without reaching the same heights. I expected more, whether it was fleshing out some of the companions or improving the minigames, side quests, and combat, but the world does hold some appeal. Rabbit and Bear is working on a sequel, so maybe 100 Heroes will serve as a solid foundation for the future. Silent Hill: The Short Message. Silent Hill 2 Remake faced skepticism before launch, mostly due to Bloober Team's reputation. However, Silent Hill: The Short Message contributed to that concern as well, despite coming from a different studio, with criticism against the writing and characterization. It didn't necessarily live up to the Silent Hill name, but as a short, free experience, the creepy atmosphere and visual details were on point. LEGO Horizon Adventures. Studio Gobo said that LEGO Horizon Adventures is a more family-friendly take on Horizon Zero Dawn, to the extent of omitting its darker elements. There's only so much a straightforward version of the LEGO gameplay model can offer, resulting in some repetitive, oversimplified gameplay. Nevertheless, for its runtime, Horizon Adventures offers approachable combat, gorgeous-looking visuals, and endearing writing with fun humor. Mech Warrior 5 Clans. Compared to Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries, Clans offers a more story-focused experience, focusing on Clan Smoke Jaguar and the Inner Sphere invasion. The uncanny valley of their faces and iffy writing aside, it's a proper Mech Warrior experience, with battle mechs feeling weighty and battles feeling knockdown, drag-out skirmishes. While the Mech Lab interface could be sleeker, the combat and presentation deliver where it matters most. Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Between the most underwhelming companions, writing, and main mission objectives that BioWare has delivered to date, there is some fun to be had with the Veilguard's combat. Outfitting and specializing your rook in different ways, then going into battle with the warrior's shield throws, the rogue's quick strikes, and the mage's spells can feel satisfying. Exploring the environments outside the critical path also uncovers some neat puzzles and side quests. The overall results leave something to be desired, but not all of its parts are disappointing. Ys 10 Nordics. The Ys series has been on fire for its past several entries, with Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana and Ys 9 Monstrum Nox delivering excellent storylines, combat systems, and worlds to explore. Ys 10 Nordics changes things significantly with its new dual combat system, emphasis on parrying and offering various islands to explore via ship. The results are somewhat mixed, especially with the naval combat, but there is fun to be had with the combat and exploration. Plus, the visuals look better than ever, courtesy of Falcom's engine. Enotria: The Last Song. The Souls-like genre has spanned an impressive range of settings, but Enotria: The Last Song is perhaps the first to venture to Italy. As well realized as the aesthetics and settings may be, especially with how strong it starts, it's hindered by clunky combat, mid to late game enemies, and technical issues. The masks are a cool concept as a class-changing system, so if you can get into it, preferably on a discount, Enotria may be a fun experience. Akimbot. Inspired by Ratchet & Clank, The Adventures of EXE and Shipset has some pretty sleek gameplay with extensive weapon variety. The levels are also fun, even if they look bland and lack much detail. The real hurdle to your enjoyment will be Shipset, though both characters are downright unbearable from the jump. Overcome that, and it's relatively smooth sailing. Still Wakes the Deep. Simple and to the point. To a fault. Still Wakes the Deep is all about the visuals and atmosphere. The story isn't too shabby either. Protagonist Kaz McCleary is likable and endearing, while stellar voice work anchors the entire cast. Even the setting of a mid-70s oil rig besieged by a hostile presence, falling into despair as players must escape, offers potential. It's unfortunately never fully tapped, but if you can roll with the pared-back gameplay, Still Wakes the Deep is worth checking out.
Trots? Is that you in there? Trots? Trots, is that you? I can't hear you, man. Open the door.
Europa. Europa looks absolutely stunning, seamlessly embodying the Ghibli aesthetic and telling an emotional story. While it can be relaxing of a journey, there are several points where it teeters into frustrating, like enemies who constantly knock you down and iffy platforming that makes it tough to solve puzzles. The lack of freedom while exploring is also kind of a buzzkill, though gliding is a blast. Bulwark Falconer Chronicles. The Falconer came and went in 2020, offering a fascinating setting and visuals with forgettable gameplay. Bulwark Falconer Chronicles is more of a city builder / conquest game with faction management and exploration. While there is an appeal to creating a stunningly detailed city, establishing supply networks, and raiding nearby powers, combat is very dry and the narrative is pretty bare. Though there are better city builders out there, it's decent for whiling away the hours and watching squads of Falconers swoop down on their hapless prey. Nobody Wants to Die. The visuals and themes paired with a grim take on futuristic New York significantly carry Nobody Wants to Die, Critical Hit Games' Noir Thriller. It's not long before the shortcomings of its investigative mechanics and linear nature are exposed though, and the stakes become tremendously reduced. If you have the hardware, it's a graphical treat, but don't expect anything too substantial. Luigis Mansion 2 HD. When Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon launched for the Nintendo 3DS, it received rave reviews for finally executing on its predecessor's premise. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD retains that charm and gameplay variety, though it suffers from choppy assets and annoying controls. That it costs $60 while essentially serving as a remaster is also kind of disappointing, especially since Luigi's Mansion 3 is far superior. There is some nostalgic appeal, but for those looking to complete the trilogy on Switch, it's best to pick it up for a discount. Earth Defense Force 6. The Earth Defense Force series has always been action shooter comfort food. Schlocky, yet shockingly epic stories, a boatload of content, low-budget visuals, and many giant aliens to shoot. Earth Defense Force 6 isn't too different, and attempts to go even battier with its plot by time travel, and if that wasn't enough, reverse time travel. It's almost enough to forgive how much it reuses from Earth Defense Force 5, the awful tutorial, the crashes, especially with the game's penchant for no checkpoints and missions, and the repetition. Almost. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.